So Vladimir Klitschko is now joined the Floyd Mayweather bandwagon of of teasing boxing fans of making a comeback. Now we've seen Floyd Mayweather always talking about he's making a comeback, and never really making the comeback. Like that time there was a video of Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if it was at Vegas, or where it was where he met Manny Pacquiao, and there was a few fans standing around, or whether it's their entourages, and he was talking about he's coming back in December. I don't know what year that was, 2018 or when that was, and then he never really came back. So Floyd's been teasing this. He's coming back to fight Pacquiao, but then we all know Floyd ain't coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao. So he needs to keep that 51-0 and just should be continue to ride off into the sunset and continue with business. Even though he's talked about coming back 2020, there's not been too since saying that he hasn't really. There's not been any sound of what's really coming from there. So Klitschko seems to be doing the same thing, dropping hints, keeping his name in the headlines, as you can see here. Talksport got an article about him talking about a comeback with fights with Tyson, rematch with Tyson Fury or rematch with Anthony Joshua, and a fight with Deontay Wilder. Wilder hasn't fought Klitschko, obviously. So don't know, man. Klitschko, I think he was on Twitter. He said this. He said, "Let me entertain you with this, and you can like or not Fury versus Klitschko 2." The same thing he said, Joshua versus Klitschko 2, or Wilder versus Klitschko. So if he came back, which I don't believe he's gonna come back, but if he did, would you want to see these fights? Would you want to see Fury fight old man Klitschko? Would you want to see Joshua fight old man Klitschko? Because I don't think I want to see uh Tyson Fury fighting Klitschko again, because there's nothing to gain from them fighting from there's nothing to gain from Joshua or Fury fighting Klitschko again. The Joshua knocked him out when he was a much younger age, and Klitschko prepared for that fight, and Tyson Fury decisively beat Klitschko in his own backyard. So there's nothing to gain for these two guys fighting Klitschko. Deontay Wilder obviously hasn't fought Klitschko, so even if the Klitschko did come back and somehow, which I don't think is going to happen, but somehow he ended up fighting Klitschko, even if he knocked him out with a right hand, everyone's going to just say, oh, Klitschko was washed up, he's old man, and why didn't he fight Klitschko when he was younger like Fury or Joshua did? So I don't think there's any reputational gain for any three of these guys really beating Klitschko. The only thing that they'll probably gain is a lot of money, because Klitschko still got the name that people still recognize. So if either three of these guys, Fury, Joshua, Wilder, did fight Klitschko, if he did come back, all three of them probably make a lot of money. So yeah, man, Klitschko talking about teasing a potential comeback fight against the big three that I like to call them. Yeah, he's putting his name out there on social media, getting the boxing where the casual fans and the hardcore fans is getting their attention again. Just putting his name in the limelights. Do I want to see those fights? Not really. Out of the three fights, whether Fury Klitschko, Joshua Klitschko, or Wilder Klitschko, I would actually prefer to see Wilder versus Klitschko, because obviously I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen it before, and if Wilder did manage to knock him out with one of his trademark right hands, it would go viral. But I don't think he'll get the full credit, as if obviously if Klitschko was much younger. So I don't really. He in terms of Wilder fighting, I know Wilder will probably be one of his highest paydays, or if not second, but depending on how the Tyson Fury rematch goes in terms of the gate and the sales, and the base payments for both of them. So if he did fight Klitschko, I don't think he'll get that much reputational benefit, because Klitschko's much older and Tyson Fury and Joshua's obviously already beating Klitschko. So yeah, drop your comments in the comment section. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Do you want to see Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua rematch Klitschko again, or do you want to see Deontay Wilder fight Klitschko for the first time? Because Deontay Wilder could have actually fought Klitschko a long time ago, because he was actually, I think he was actually, was he ring? I think he was ringside. He was on the Sky commentary team for the Joshua Klitschko fight. So Deontay Wilder, for one reason or the other, didn't choose to go down the route of fighting Wladimir Klitschko, which he could have done. Maybe his team wasn't too keen on him fighting Klitschko at that time. They think he wasn't ready. Eddie Hearn and Joshua took the gamble to fight Klitschko, and it paid dividends because that fight with Klitschko, the fight at which Joshua knocked out Klitschko, really propelled Joshua into the Anthony Joshua we have today, especially the Joshua before getting knocked out by Ruiz. That was the global Joshua. This Klitschko fight was what really propelled him to that global recognition, because once you knock out a big name, you know what comes after. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I believe that Joshua got more recognition than Tyson Fury, because the Tyson Fury fight, even though he beat Klitschko, he appeared to be quite boring. Went 12 rounds and there was no knockdowns or anything like that, but he was outboxed, so it wasn't really something that engages the casual fans. But a Joshua, the way he fought the fight, those knockdowns and stuff like that, it's more engaging for the casual fans. So obviously it's going to draw more attention to Anthony Joshua beating Klitschko. So yeah, man, I don't think I want to see Joshua fighting Klitschko again. I don't want to see Fury fighting Klitschko again, which I just think Klitschko, is just teasing. But just for argument's sake, if he did come back, I'd like to see him fight Deontay Wilder, just because I haven't seen Wilder fighting before, and just to see whether he could land the right hand on Klitschko, or maybe he won't be able to land it. But let's just wait and see what happens, man. Maybe it's just teasing. I think he's just teasing. But drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me hear from you. Do you want to see Joshua fight Klitschko? Do you want to see Klitschko come back and fight any of the top fighters, or fight any journeyman or anything like that, or even attempt to make a comeback? Let me know what you guys think, guys. Peace out.